Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Respawn Podcast. And let me clear up the air. We're not just going to be doing podcasts on the channel, but at least once a week. That's going to be the plan. And today we're going to be talking about Raid Shadow Legends' new collab with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But before we start, let's clear the air a little bit. Let me give you a little background, so you guys don't think I'm doing the whole gatekeeper for an IP that I grew up with, or just hating on Raid. Okay, because let's be honest, guys, that's a point. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have a big history with me. Some of the best times I remember of my childhood have to do with that. One of them being back when I was growing up in Brazil. We only had one. We had two movie theaters at the time, 1990, when the first movie came out, and only one screen per theater. So, pretty much, I remember really well. My dad, great guy, he passed away a few years back. And I remember going to the movie theater because he knew I really wanted to watch that movie. And we had to stay 4 hours in a line before we could actually get tickets and watch the movie. Because everybody was out to watch the movie and pretty much only one screen, limited seating. So that's all you could do. So just want to clarify this. Anything I say that is against the IP being on Raid has nothing to do about how I feel about the IP. Also, if you guys know, while I have not been talking much about Raid in the last few months, it mostly has to do with too much repetition in the game. Everything from tournaments, all that stuff is just always the same lately, and too much of it. So I don't feel like coming to the channel and actually talking to you guys about it when it's pretty much I can just copy and paste a video from a month ago and change the names. So that's why I stopped doing that. And the reason why I'm doing a podcast is mostly because, well, guys, let's be honest. I can be here and have the game running in the background, and it just becomes a distractor for what we actually have to talk about. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna be doing podcasts every week, not just about Raid. I'm gonna be doing podcasts about different games coming up, some gaming news, stuff like this. By the way, it would be great if you guys share this video, give a like, give a comment, because that really helps the algorithm to actually know what I'm doing, okay? So I really appreciate if you guys could do that. I don't usually ask, besides asking you to comment what you think, but in this case, I'm actually asking you guys to do a comment. Simple comment, it's gonna be great. Anyway, now let's go to the actual problem that I feel. So, I have this feeling to where Raid is actually kind of dying. But it's not like Raid is dying because people are leaving the game, leaving the platform, or anything. I feel Raid is pretty much committing self-deletion, okay? And the reason for that, and that's what bugs me, okay? Let's be honest. It makes no sense to have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the game, okay? And yes, I saw the little snippet about what happened. Oh, they got pulled by a portal. Well, so we have been having this problem with Raid lately, okay? When Xena came in, okay, fine, Xena. Sure, Xena is supposed to be in our realm, in our world, okay? But they pulled her in, fine. Then we had things like Alice, for example. Alice, well, let me just put it like this. Alice, she kind of went through a portal to some, incredible world that we could argue is connected to Teleria. Fine. And by the way, when I say fine, it's not that I agree, but I can allow it. Let me put it like this. Not that it matters if I allow or not, but that's the thing. So I will accept their narrative. And then we had like He-Man. Also, He-Man, sure, go with it. Don't fully think it fits, but let's go with it. Now, the problem is we now have the TMNT. And so that's how I see it, right? You can say that, oh, you have a portal that brought those characters into Teleria. But you also can say that, you can make a collab with Marvel. And now you have Iron Man on Teleria. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay? But you could because, hey, there's the multiverse. How can you say that there's not a place like Teleria in the goddamn multiverse? You could. You can do anything. I mean, that's the biggest problem that we're having with Marvel. That, they're just like, oh, you can pull anything out of you. Yeah, Doctor Doom being the boss would be great. Would be cool. But the problem with all that is the game is losing its reality. Okay, and that's what is killing me about Raid is Raid used to be like, so you have this fantasy RPG, that's the kind of world it is, and everything should make sense within this world. But now they're just pretty much IP dumping. Okay, that's all they're doing. They're IP dumping on Raid anything they feel like. So we have a movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, coming up in about a year and a half from now. So they do this IP, and it's great for them because when you search for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raid's gonna pop up, and at the same time, for the IP, when you look for Raid, that's what it's gonna pop up to. So you're double dipping, and it's great. For advertisement, it's really good. But the problem is, if you look at your roster, if they keep doing that, your roster will make no sense because you not have those, magical champions. You're gonna have like random IP champions that just pop up in your feed. Like Monster Hunter, sure makes sense. A different worlds, those things. I guess it works because you can kind of like even forget what IP they're from. But what they're doing right now, it's starting to get out of hand. That's how I feel. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but that's how I've been feeling lately, and that's one of the reasons why I feel some people are actually leaving raids. And I'm talking not just players, but I feel like a lot of people who are leaving raid, like content creators, they still play raids. I don't think they completely stopped playing raids. I mean, I've seen some of the videos of people that are leaving the platform, and they're still playing the game. It's just they don't feel like making videos. There are many reasons for that. Some of them is because maybe viewership's not there. Summer's not the best time, but also I feel there are so many channels at this point that a lot of people just don't want to be here. Okay. Me, for example, that was some of the reasons. I feel I have a decent viewership. I'm not saying it's anything crazy. I can't compare to any other channel, but it's pretty decent. And I interact with a lot of you guys, even in other games. So it's pretty good. I enjoy it, okay? But it's not the same for everybody. Also, equipment. I already have the equipment. I didn't have to buy any of that. I didn't have to invest to be able to make those videos, okay? So this is also not a problem. I can just sit in here, use equipment I already have, and just do what I have to do. So, but that's the thing. I feel when you start making, like I mentioned before, right? I start making videos, and it's the same video every single time. It's new fusion today. Hey guys, don't forget clan versus clan, and it's always the same time. It's always the same issues on the game. It's not working. And what I'm starting to feel is people gonna start talking less and less about the game. Okay, because for the most part, when people talk about raid lately, it has been complaints. Now, bad advertisement, still good advertisement, right? Whatever the way the saying goes. But at the same time, it's not good for a community that used to be a pretty tight community. Okay? Like raids, one of the things I loved about the game was the community, but a lot of those people are not there anymore. And the more raids start just dumping random IPs in the game, it's gonna lose its identity. Okay, I already feel it kind of lost in the most compared to even a couple of years ago. It completely lost. Like April O'Neil as one of the champions. I mean, come on, she's a reporter. What she does? She gonna hit you with a microphone? Like, as far as raids concerned, at this point, a portal could appear right in front of me, and now I'm a champion. What am I going to do? My A1, I hit someone. It's a gamer's rage, and I hit someone with a keyboard. Like, what's going on, guys? Like, you're losing any narrative you had of the game. You guys promise that you're going to write, the background story of every single one of your champions. And guess what? You did for a couple of them. You may do for some of the new ones, but you completely forgot about the history of your own game. And you know what? I've been playing games for decades. More decades than I care to admit. And I'll tell you guys right now, every single game I saw dying was when they start making kind of the same mistakes. Okay? They start just dumping IPs, or pretty much they completely forgot what the game was all about, why people love the game, and they just try to make as much money until they had shut down the servers. Okay? And this is not okay. It's not okay when some people spent over $1 million in your game. And you know what? It's on them. They have the money to spend like this. They can do whatever they want. They want to burn the money, burn their money. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay? But in the end of the day, everything is digital. You're spending so much money in this game. Tomorrow, a lot of companies, and I've seen, so I believe it was Marvel that actually had a hero collector back in somewhere like 2012 or something. And I remember when they decided to leave, I believe it was Facebook. I don't know if they left all the platforms, but definitely Facebook. When they decided and when they announced that they're leaving, okay, they left the platform within less than a month. So if you had spent hundreds of dollars on the game, it was garbage, okay? And you couldn't, and I believe like the moment you had the game on Facebook, it did not cross platforms, so you just lost everything. You couldn't even go to where the game was still working. It was something like that. It was a long time ago. It was 13 years ago, but that's what those games do. For Plarion to make you invest, make some huge, like the biggest event ever in the game, and make you spend as much money as you could. Let me say something crazy, like 100% chance to get legendaries, okay? You would buy so many shards, and they could go the following week and say, okay, we're shutting down the servers in a week. They could do it, and in the end of the day, when you purchase anything in those games, it's your call. You made that choice. Nobody forced you, so they don't have to explain themselves. Okay, and I guarantee, I haven't read that, but in the terms of service, I guarantee they have something that says that they are allowed to do that, and you cannot sue them or anything else. So, stop doing IP dump, because look, there's a lot of games coming out that can do the same you do and even better. Okay, I've been playtesting God Forge. We just finished the second wave today, and it's a much better game. Okay, now do I know if that's gonna be a much better game when it actually goes live, besides the alpha? No, but I have a wild guess that it will be, and I feel community is getting really behind it. So you may have to be careful. okay, Plarian. Work on your IP. Don't try to just shove something in there to make money right now, because you may make a big paycheck today, but then not be able to make any money in a year from now. That's my thought, guys. Let me know, honestly, if you guys like this format. More like personal with you guys, be able to just have a conversation. I like it. I feel more loose, talk to you guys this way, not having to scroll through stuff to try to show like snippets of something on the game, when in the end of the day, it's not what we're here about. We're here to have a discussion. And as a discussion, don't forget to let me know what you guys think about it. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you all being here. And as always, I'll see you in the pod.